I opened my email, and oh, it's from my dad. And the subject line read, Ennio's book. Oh my. I started scanning it, and it must have been about 1,000 pages in 20-point font. And the mystery then started to reveal itself. You see, Dad was dying of stage 4 lung cancer, and this was his last best shot of achieving his dream. He wanted to share his stories with the world. So he asked his nurse to help him, and she did. He spoke his stories, and she typed them. But my dad and his nurse were not native English speakers. So deciphering this manuscript was a bit like, how can I say this? It was like reading the Dead Sea Scrolls, or like translating the Bible from Latin. So I did what any good child would have done. I ignored it.
A few days before he died, he said, Julie, I'm leaving it to you now, he said. You are to finish my legacy and carry it through. He had been preparing his entire life to tell the story, and you could see it in the journals. So he kept journals, and he kept all kinds of newspaper clippings, and every single thing that anyone wrote about him, he kept it all. I call myself an accidental author, and this idea that I had to write a book was painful. So I said, I'm going to ignore this. Because you know, when you help someone write a book, it's a lot different than when you write a book. This is a different kind of labor of love.
And by saying yes to the impossible, I unearthed a treasure. And the sparkle of that treasure was my father's legacy. And as I was writing the last chapter of the book, I began to see all of the lessons he had taught me. They came to life. All he had imparted to me. What it meant for the people I let it work. How I approached complete strangers.
If you have a family story that is wonderful, you want to share it, you want to keep it alive throughout the generations, what a great way to honor your family. If the world falls down on your shoulders, brush it off and keep going your way. Stay on course, stay on course.